Hey, shalom, shalom. With real Hebrew Israelites come to you week in, week out. Prophecy on the return of the Most High and His Heavenly Son. All praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh, Shai, Bashem, Kadash. Double honors to the apostles out in New York, the Great Millstone, the GMS. Honors to all Akim around the planet, lifting up the name of Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, and truth and sincerity. This is Brother Uriah from Great Millstone, Chicago, and just want to do a very, very quick land back. And on just a fact that brother did, Brother Nadazaki, my resident speckled bird, and he was doing a video. I'm just going to let him play this video. I'm not going to even play it. He's over. I'm just do the last minute or so because he just kind of recaps the video, and then you can go watch the video, you know. But there you go.
But one of the curses, like I said, is these missiles. But the other curse is Esau, because the Lord said that what? That Esau is the Lord's cursed people, and they've done what? They've devoured the earth. All right, they've devoured everything. Okay, these people have destroyed everything, man. Pretty much anything they touch, all right, death follows. Okay, it becomes tainted. It becomes, weak. And eventually it just falls apart and dies out. All right. Well, yeah. But point being though is, like I said, man, this 1 in 3 people, all right, barely make. They don't even make above $15 an hour. Like I said, that's absolutely terrible. All right. That's absolutely terrible. Of course, there'll always be, people at the bottom of a society, but, I mean, 1/3, I mean, that's a lot of people, man. That's a lot of people. All right. And that's why everyone is through out here in America, man. Everybody's just depressed, stressed, all right, and just ready to perish, man. Okay, but with that, I'm gonna end off this lesson. Hopefully this was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Mills.
Okay, so I mean, now you see the main point was this article that you see on the screen. Nearly 1 in 3 U.S. workers make less than $15 an hour. New study finds. And I left a comment on there saying, yeah, they skew numbers here basically, to fit their narrative. It's way worse than that. It's the overwhelmingly majority. You're talking about 1 in 3 U.S. workers. No, you should say 2 in 3 out of 3 U.S. workers, man. First of all, there's a lot of U.S. workers. I mean, there's a lot of so-called citizens that are here that's not working at all. Okay? When I say not working at all, I'm like, no, the numbers of the unemployment on top of the ones who do work, on top of which gives you the full poverty, the full poverty outlook. All right, you're looking at if America has over 300 million people, all right, as they claim to have. Excuse me, knowing that a quarter of them are kids, a quarter of them are elderly, approximately. I would have to get the numbers on that. Doesn't fucking matter. Which means 50% of the population who is part of the sustenance and sustaining of the society, even if it was 1 in 3 out of 150 million, okay, that's a lie though. It's way greater than that, because you got to look at McDonald's, you got to look at Wendy's, you got to look at your FedEx's, your Amazon, so forth. All the minimum wage is $12. They just moved up to $12 at the January 1st this year. Okay. And if you factor in all the bills and all the taxes and all the fees, man, I guarantee it's 2 to 3. You know what I'm saying? People who are making 50, 60, 70,000 versus less. All right. Because you got to understand, if you go do the math, let's do a little simple math. All right. Let's go do a simple math. Let's say $15 an hour. $15 an hour time a 40-hour work week, $600 a week. All right, times 4, that's $2,400 $2,400 a month times 12 months, $28,000. They say, and so that's, see, this to show you how fucked up it is. Now, if you go Google average income of so-called Negroes, it's going to be 35,000. They're going to say we average around 35,000, meaning for the few Negroes that make in the millions, or that make $20 an hour on up, or make $50,000-$70,000 on salary jobs, whatever, it's brought so low to be the average be 35, because majority of us are making less than that. This is $15 an hour. Now watch this. The minimum wage just went up to $12 an hour. So if someone works $12 an hour times 40-hour work week, that's $480 for that week. You take $480 a week times $4. 4 weeks for a month. That's $19.20 for the month. Now you times that by 12 months, and now you see the average. Most Jake are making around $20,000 to $25,000 a year. That's the reason why when the things hit the fan, it's going to be the scripture's going to come into play. Job 20:22. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. Now, that word wicked is not, that's not actually a wrong translation. That's why you have to go into the etymology. This is just the Hebrew up here. If you get stuck on English, you're going to be stuck on stupid. Okay? You go jump down and go into the word wicked. 860.01 is the Hebrew word aimal, and aimal means laborer, sufferer, wretched one, workman, the toiler. All right? Majority, now let's go back and understand that that's your $12 hour guy. All right? I mean, that's why I'm titled this lesson. Every hand of the laborer, every hand of the poor worker shall come upon him, man. All right? Because the more they squeeze him out, they're going to put like what you call that, a raccoon or a badger, any animal. You back him up into a corner. All this time he was trying to run from your ass, but you back him up in the corner. There's nowhere to go. You know what that animal's going to do? He's going to fight, and he's going to fight with the tenacity of, I'm trying to save my life. And he might just get your ass, even if you're a bigger predator. When an animal is backed into a corner, that's when the animal does the most damage. That's why the Lord said it's going to be, if matter of fact, I'll just get it since I'm at my destination. I got to get off in a second. Just want to make this real brief response. That's all. Yeah. Hand wall bit. see if I got the right word just to get it real. Yeah. Amos 5. And let me go up a little bit. Verse 18. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is this for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. As if a man did flee from a bear, and a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall, and a serpent bit him. All right? Shall not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light? Even very dark and no brightness in it? All right? This is about to go down because, like the scripture says, let me go now. Get it. Oh, not wrong way. Yep, there we go. He says, that was in second address. 16 chapters. We'll try to get it fast. So just pull it right up. All right. See, so we'll jump down here. See if I can find it right quick. The stuff. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Yeah. Second address 15. I just want to pull it straight up. Yeah. Woe to 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword in their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in the hand. Majority of those people standing up to fight are these people who had lost everything and got nothing else. And then you got Edomites who going to have the haves. It's going to be haves versus have-nots. And trust me, there is more Jake in the have-nots than in the haves. But guess what? There's a lot of other heathens in the have-nots too. And you got Jake in the haves, you got heathens in the haves. So it's going to be an all-out have versus have-not. Okay? And it's going to be racially motivated too. Because Jake going to come on Jake first, because Jake is around Jake. So the first place Jake going to look for sustenance is next door to his own community. But then when he see that everybody ain't got shit, After you go to one house, oh, give me shit. Shit, you ain't got shit. Well, my bad. Come with me. Let's go to the next spot. Then that's gonna be mobs. They're gonna say, well, shit, I ain't got shit, bro. Just check everything, bro. I was just about to go out and do the same thing you doing, bro. I ain't even mad at you, bro. Well, then fuck it. Let's team up. Hey, we two is better than one. Are we gonna kill each other? We gonna go get this shit. Let's go do this and split this shit. Then they're gonna go to the next neighborhood, and the next you know, there's some neighborhoods that's right across the street from a whole different race. Here in Chicago, this is the most segregated city. Okay, so it's about to go down. It says, for there should be sedition among men, and invading one another. They should not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man should desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of the pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but he shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation. This is the time coming up. Jeremiah, 30:7? This is the time of Jacob's trouble. Well, Jacob's trouble is everybody's trouble. All right? The Lord said Jacob's hands will be at the necks of their enemies, man. Of their oppressors, man. So that 1 in 3, which even if it was 1 in 3, all right? That you have to understand, that's a skewed number. But let's do a little bit more math. It's approximately 300 million people in America, they say. 300 million times a third. All right. See, it should say 30%. I should say 33%. Right. That's over. That's a million people because it's over 300,000. So that's a million people. All right. That's bullshit, bro. You ain't telling me a million people are running the workforce of the slave workforce of Esau Edom. You got corporate jobs. You got the CEOs. You don't got 5 CEOs of one company. You have 1 CEO. Now you might have a different lower level executives. You might have 10, 15 executives at the top of one major company. You might have 500 managers. You know what I'm saying? And then you're going to have what? Lower level, employees, corporate employees. And then outside of that, you're going to have your particular stores and so forth. And then you're going to have their employees. And then who's the majority? The majority is the ones on the bottom. That number don't make no fucking sense, bro. Because that's 300 million out of the whole total population. So let's revamp that. Let's go back and say, okay, let's account 25% for kids, 25% for elderly out of the workforce. Okay, that's 150,000 people. Now you see 150,000, 150 million people. Let's take 30 times 33% of that. That just turned to 50 million people. I just turned to 50 million people. All right, that's 50 million people, and I guarantee you, I would say that number is closer to 55%. You know what I'm saying? I would say closer to 90 million people. Now, imagine 90 million people going over to, all right, let's just say 75 million. Let's just say 75 million people out of the 155,000 people. All right, so say 75 million people going to these going to the other 75 million people trying to get shit. It is civil war. It's going to be madness, chaotic everywhere. People don't count the cost. They're not going to understand what's going on. Okay. Verse 20. Behold, saith the Most High Power, I will call together all the kings of the earth to reverence me, which are from the rising of the sun, from the south, from the east, and the Lebanus, to turn themselves one against another and repay the things that they have done to them. It is going to go down. And there's more evidence of it. I want to highlight on the brother's video. That's all I want to put out there. Hopefully this was edifying to the spirit and power. Yahweh Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Rechakadash. All praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Rechakadash. All double honors to the apostles out in New York, Great Millstone, GMS honors to all Akim around the planet. Lifting up the name of Yahweh Yahushai in truth and sincerity. Then I'm going to say Shalom, Baba Ball.